Hey guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're gonna be reacting to
Unpopular K-pop opinions because Lisa's acting was so. To be fair, we have
Oh
not yet
no, not yet,
watched
not
the
yet, not
White
yet.
Lotus, so
Okay,
we can't comment on her acting.
but we will next week.
Yeah, hopefully if
Yeah,
we
this
watch it.
weekend we
Yeah.
watch it.
What I hate about it, that's it's one
One
episode a
episode
week.
at a
Yeah, we
time.
like to watch
Oh
the whole season. So
Mm.
yeah, this is. I don't know if we're gonna watch one at a time or we're
It's
just gonna wait
is it every
every Sunday night, I
every
believe.
Sunday
Yeah,
night? So did they already drop the first episode?
it was
So
on the
we will have
16th. Yeah,
two by the time we
but if
talk.
we watch it on Sundays, yeah, it's
Yeah.
gonna be two.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, let's get into it.
1. What did y'all think of Lisa's acting in The White Lotus? After the first episode, many reviews and fans started ranting about how small Lisa's role was. But seriously, what cosmic alignment had y'all?
No,
Bruh,
no,
it's
no,
a big
no,
production.
no. But still, usually they have small roles, but then it starts to get bigger as the plot
That is true. We have watched the first two seasons. Those like the hotel employees,
They have a
they get
lot of
developed.
responsibility
But
there.
even if she doesn't get the character developed, let's be real, it's her first acting gig. Like, what do you expect her to be the lead? Just because she's popular in Thailand and Korea, this is a show for America. She's not really popular. Nobody knows her here. Like, no, like what do you want them to do? Like, she has to earn her right. Come on.
Thinking the director was about to hand Lisa half the script? Hollywood's playbook is literally older than the pyramids. Slap a global superstar's face on the promo art, let the stand swarm, then relegate them to mysterious background figure who occasionally sips wine. It's not craft, it's clickbait. Jenny in The Idol? A glorified set decoration. She was casted to sit there, look stunning and maybe blink occasionally. Not her fault. But let's call
didn't
it what
see
it was,
Jenny
a
in The
glorified
Idol.
cameo with zero depth. And for The White
We
Lotus,
watched The Idol.
Oh yeah, if it's on HBO, yeah, we can.
the main selling point is the acting in the heavy script. This isn't K-drama land where rookies get handed 20-episode arcs to grow into the role. Lisa's here to add cultural glitter, Thai flavor, and yes, massive social media engagement. But credit where it's due. I loved her character. They didn't overextend her and they didn't underuse her. They gave her a role that played to her strengths. Something cute, a little daring and fun, plus letting her speak her native language and setting her in Thailand. Genius move.
That's cool.
It gave her scenes.
Yeah, it's important because this is set in Thailand that she represents and everything. So,
Yeah. This is the first time, like, not the first time, but she's representing her Thai side, because usually we see her representing like Korea, like, and being the one Thai girl from Thailand in a Korean group.
An authenticity that felt natural, not forced. She nailed the subtle emotional beats, and I'm absolutely proud of her. So yeah, Lisa wasn't the star, but she didn't need to be. She held her own, added value, and didn't derail the show's quality. And
That's
that's
good.
more than we can say for some other celebrity
Okay, so
cameos.
then she did a
2.
good job.
Kiki could seriously be a contender to fill the void left by New Jeans.
And what did I tell you? What did I tell you?
We said the same
I love
thing.
the girls.
We said the
I
same
love
thing.
Kiki.
Well,
I said
okay.
no one can do any slander on Kiki.
Okay. Not
told you.
we didn't say
I
the same
told
thing verbatim.
I
We
told
did say they gave us
I
new
love them.
jeans. We did say that in the
I
reaction.
love them.
We didn't say to fill the void. I mean, that's kind of setting a bar real high.
Oh, I don't say
but
that either.
yeah,
that's I
that's
don't
how
know,
you set up people
create
for
drama.
failure. Yeah, you don't want to do that, but they definitely gave us new jeans
I like
and
them.
their debut, whatever it was good. It was
They
good.
did.
I enjoyed it too.
Out of nowhere, they dropped the pre-release track I Do Me, which feels like a page straight out of New Jeans' playbook with their surprise debut. It's a smart move. SM's been hyping up Hearts 2 Hearts for a month now, and that's some tough competition Kiki's up against. So pulling off this surprise drop was a power move. The teasers they dropped before were wild, super experimental. Weird core and hyperpop vibes that had me intrigued but also low-key confused. The I Do Me MV didn't really match that aesthetic, but since it's just a pre-release, maybe the title track will align more with those teasers. At the very least, they're different from IVE as a pre-release. I Do Me had 2 missions. The first one is to introduce the members, at 5 girls. The MV does a great job differentiating them. The sultry sound with those lower register vocals, a refreshing break from the helium-pitched auto-tune saturating K-pop right now. But mission 2, establishing a sonic identity? Sis, the song is as generic as it gets. The structure is a hamster wheel of monotony and western chasing production. It's giving Dua Lipa's gym playlist. Still, I'll hand it to Starship
Dua
because I'm
Lipa
seeing
is
the vision. What I'm
popping.
side-eyeing though is the lineup. Most of the members are around 18 to 19, but then there's the youngest, who's only 14. K-pop's infant industry is
Wasn't there two 14-year-olds?
There was only one that stood out to me. Okay, that's the young one.
They posted the ages in Discord. I feel like there was two 14-year-olds. Maybe there was two 19-year-olds. I don't know.
getting literal. It's like they raided a high school cafeteria and said, you, and you, get in the van. At this rate, groups will debut with pacifiers and a permission slip. Are we building idols or a daycare? Let's not pretend this isn't exploitative cosplay, throwing a middle schooler into the meat grinder of fandom.
Yes, I don't like that.
14 is middle school.
High school.
That's high school.
Yeah, high school. I don't like the 14-year-old being there, but that aside,
They didn't make her look old.
yes, they didn't. What I don't mind is that they didn't dress her up and
Yeah.
try to,
Sell a fantasy.
yeah, sell a fantasy like, oh, put her in like a little skirt and everything. No, she was kind of like, casual clothes, like that New Jeans vibe, that like
Girl
not
Next Door.
not Y2K, but like like a girl next door somewhere out in Missouri, Cool.
Thirst and scandals. Congrats, Kiki, you've got a magne who needs a babysitter more than a stylist. I also want to address the unrealistic expectations for Kiki, thinking they'll be as successful as I've, just because they share a company roof. G Idol and Lightsum are literally right there, proof that sibling groups get treated like distant cousins at Thanksgiving. 3. Let's talk about SM. Recently, it was revealed that SM Entertainment's net profit for 2024 is $319,000. Despite their total revenue exceeding $680 million, their net profit nosedived by a staggering 99%, leaving them with only about
We saw this. This is nothing new.
$319,000 in net earnings. Now you might be wondering what's the difference between revenue or earnings and net profit. Well, think of it like this. Revenue is the total amount of money a company makes from selling albums, concert tickets, merchandise, and so on. But net profit is what's left after all the expenses like production costs, artist fees, marketing, staff salaries, and other overheads are subtracted. So even if a company earns a lot of money, if their expenses are super high, the profit can end up being surprisingly low. In SM's case, their revenue was huge, but their costs must have been even bigger, which explains why their net profit is so small. Many fans are confused about how a company with multiple active artists, successful comebacks, and strong album sales could end up with such low profits. But guys, ever since Lee Soo-man dipped out of SM, the company's been in total chaos, restructuring, management shakeups, you name it, and the exodus of heavy hitters like Baekhyun, Taemin, Kyuhyun, and Wonyu has been a massive blow. These are artists who carried stable sales and legacy status. Baekhyun alone is a million seller. SM went from dominating the game with legendary acts to watching them walk out the door one by one. Now they're scrambling to fill the void by pushing new rookies like Rise and Hearts 2 Hearts. But those debuts are expensive, so they're obviously gonna eat into SM's profits. Sure, groups like aespa and NCT are killing it, but that's not enough to offset the financial drain of launching all these new acts. It's no wonder SM's net profit is this low. At least it's not as bad as YG, who's literally in the negative with over $30,000. 4. SM has decided.
She mentioned YG, I was gonna say myself. The way she dragged YG, the energy is way different. In reality, the situation is nearly identical. The number is what? 600,000 difference? In the hundreds of millions of revenue they're doing, that is nothing. So I would have liked her to keep the same energy that she dragged YG for, to drag SM for, because YG
Consistency.
YG didn't deserve all that drag. YG situation is whatever. How she just described SM, she should have described YG like that, because the situation is very similar. It just seems like K-pop industry is struggling a little bit now, and it is what it is. I mean, both of them are struggling. Anyway,
decided to sell its subsidiary Key East, an acting agency.
same as YG.
This comes just a month after YG did the same, cutting their acting management. Both SM and YG had some of the biggest names in the industry, so clearly something's off. The K-drama industry is gasping for air, and the K-movie scene? It's already 6 feet under and decomposing. What used to be a cultural juggernaut pumping out hit after hit is now a shrinking, struggling beast, barely keeping up with the relentless churn of an industry that's clearly shifting its priorities. Labels follow the money, and right now that money is pouring into idols, albums, tours, and fan-driven economies. So naturally the bigwigs are reallocating resources, restructuring their business models, and putting K-drama on the back burner. The numbers don't lie. Drama productions are drying up, and the ones that do make it out of development phase are shrinking in episode count. The days of sprawling 20-episode series are fading fast, replaced by bite-sized algorithm-friendly content designed to be binged and forgotten in a weekend. International investors? They're still tossing money at Korea, but let's not mistake that for a thriving industry. They're not here to nurture creativity or sustain long-term growth. They're hunting for the next Squid Game, the next Parasite, something that can explode on the global stage and justify their investment.
If you say that they, like, they didn't make too much money.
Who, SM? Yeah, well, it seems
They
like
gotta figure out where the money will come from.
the loss was both in YG and SM cases. The loss was from the acting agency. They probably poured a lot of money into the acting. So yeah, maybe it's not that K-pop industry is struggling. It's that they experimented with the acting and they just they decided we can't. This is not we don't know good enough what to do with acting. So let's stick with what we know, which is music, and that's it.
Stick with the music.
Tenfold. That means all the cash is being funneled into a handful of massive high-stakes projects while the rest of the industry starves. And the actors? Unless you're an A-lister or an idol-turned-actor with a built-in fan base, you're probably spending more time waiting for a call than actually working. 5. Lisa just launched her own comic company Lalisa Comics. She's dropping a
Wow.
56-page visual feast that brings to life the 5 personas from her upcoming solo
Smart. Smart. More K-pop art. The fans would eat that shit up. This is smart.
album Alter Ego, and it'll drop the same day as the album. My first thought was, oh, now the album teasers finally click. Lisa teased 5 versions of her album, each tied to a specific character, and what really caught my attention was how she dropped these little info cards for each one. Stuff like their name, favorite color, best friend, even their pet's name. At first it sounded kinda cringy, but now that we know these characters are part of an actual comic, it's low-key genius. This is how you commit to a concept. The whole alter ego angle could have easily been a half-baked gimmick. Looking at you, every artist who slapped a wig on and called it reinvention, but pairing it with an actual comic? That's the cheat code. Suddenly these personas aren't just random avatars. They're fleshed out characters with backstories.
Yeah, this is smart.
6. Let's review Kickflip's new single Knock Knock.
Ooh, Fire. My favorite song by them. And I've been hard on them too.
Yeah.
Kickflip feels like a corporate mood board. Their image is a Frankenstein 50-50 split between Boy Next Door and TWS. It's like JYP's creative team Googled Gen Z appeal, clicked shuffle, and called it a day. The result? A visual identity so paint by numbers it could double as IKEA instructions for assembling a group. Sonically, they're doing the most by doing the least. Their sound is a Spotify
They're
DJ
doing the
mix
most
of
by
Stray
doing the
Kids
least.
leftovers and a dash of every 5th-gen boy group trope that trended on TikTok last Tuesday. Is this JYP's trauma response to NMIX's mix pop backlash? A squeaky clean course correction into the blandest lane possible. After getting roasted for swinging big with NMIX's debut Oh Oh, they've downgraded to blending into the background. New single Knock Knock is polished to a blinding gleam, sure. But peel back the layers and it's just another assembly line bop, vacuum sealed for mass consumption. The beat slaps hard enough to make your head nod. But the second the chorus rolls in, it's like hitting a brick wall at full speed
I like
instead
that
of a
it was
hook. We
creative.
get a nursery
I
rhyme
like
on
that
steroids.
It was an analogy for the heartbeat.
This doesn't deserve the drag it's getting. For me, it was their best song, and
It was very creative.
yeah, I liked it. I think it was promising. I like the fact that they're kind of sticking in that hip hop ish
Yeah.
corner. Yeah, I don't think it deserves the drag.
Catchy, but with the emotional depth of a ringtone. Congrats JYP, you've mastered the art of viral emptiness. Vocally, the group's not the issue. They only need to ditch the gimmicks for actual melody. 7. Jennie has started teasing her collab with Doechii. Hold on to your wigs, because this will be revolutionary. Doechii has been devouring 2024, every stage, every verse, every concept. The girl just snatched a Grammy, and not in that industry plant way, but in a she earned that and y'all are gonna deal way. She's a creative force, raw, fearless, and actually pushing boundaries. And Jennie? Say what you want, but she's been moving different lately. No lazy dialed in energy. She's locked in, calculated and serving quality. When she commits, she delivers, and 2025 has proven that. She's got an ear for what works and what sticks. And teaming up with someone as electric as Doechii? That's a winning recipe. 8. TXT's Yeonjun calling out the haters gave me life. During his acceptance speech at the Hanteo
Really?
Awards for his debut song
Finally.
Gum, he said he's aware of the criticism about his dancing and singing, but he'll keep working hard regardless. And I lived for it. Gum wasn't my vibe, but I'll always respect an idol for
It grew on me.
That was not calling out haters. That was just
That
like
was nice.
that was too nice. Nah,
Yeah.
I thought he was
stood
gonna
up for
say, "I
himself.
heard your
Yeah.
criticism. Guess what? I
I
don't
don't
give a
care."
fuck." I thought that's what he was gonna say.
Me is I don't care. You Say, I
Whatever.
don't give a F.
Okay, he don't have to curse. He can say your I don't care. I'ma do me. If he said that,
Yeah,
I
he
would
doesn't have
say,
to curse.
okay, stand on you. Now this one is like, oh, sorry,
I'ma keep
I'm
doing me.
sorry you didn't feel like I was good enough. I'll work harder. Really?
apologetically standing behind his vision. Criticizing the music is one thing, but doing mental backflips to hate on Yeonjun's dance challenges with other idols? Girl, the man moves like gravity's a suggestion, but sure, Karen from the quote tweets with her 2 left feet and a keyboard thinks he's weird. Congrats, you've unlocked clownery. The internet's obsession with dragging dance challenges, a genre literally built on fun, is so stupid. Yeonjun letting the outrage marinate, then clapping back on a winner's podium was iconic. Art's subjective, hate is optional. His response? A masterclass in weaponizing success to silence noise.
Wow.
Okay.
Guys, of course, let us know your thoughts. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Join the Discord. And as always, share as much kindness as possible.